Right, so previously we'd talked about SSS, side, 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 and SAS, side, angle, side. Today we're going to talk about ASA, which is angle, side, angle. And when I look at that, it's kind of like SAS, but looks a little different picture-wise. So if two angles in the included side of one triangle are congruent to two angles in the included side of another triangle, the triangles are congruent. So we pick two angles. I'm going to say angle A congruent to angle D, angle B congruent to angle E. Those are my two angles. Now the included side, remember included means between. So the angle in between angle A and angle B is side AB. Or the side in between angle D and angle E, side DE. So if our picture looks something like this, I can say triangle ABC congruent to triangle DEF. So angle, side angle. AAS, two angles in a non-included side of one triangle congruent to two angles in non-included side of a second triangle. Triangles are congruent. So the difference here is it could still be A and D. It could still be angle B is congruent to angle E. It could be like that. So very much like what I had over here. These pictures are marked the same kind of way. But with ASA, it was the side in between. With AAS, it's a side that isn't in between. So one of these other ones. It could have been AC and DF. It could have been BC and EF, but not in between the two. And then I get triangle ABC. It's congruent to triangle DEF. And HL. When I look at HL, now hypotenuse and a leg of one right triangle. This is a key thing here, congruent to the hypotenuse and leg of another right triangle. These have to be right triangles. That's the only time you can use hypotenuse and a leg. Then the triangles are congruent. So it says a hypotenuse. So that's the side across from the right angle. So ABC congruent to EF. And then a leg. And it doesn't matter which other leg. I'm going to go with AC and DF. If that's true, then I can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by HL. Big thing, remember that it has to be a right triangle. And then this not congruent. Couple of things. AAA is not congruent. SSA not congruent. So AAA, if your triangles are marked like this, that doesn't work. That's out. SSA, if it's marked like that one's out. Those don't work. So these are two of the big ones these are the ones that come up. People try to use them. Does not work. These do not work for congruence. So be careful of that. Now, homework wise, what we're going to see, a lot like we did on the previous assignment, where I want to know, are the triangles congruent and why? Now you might see something like this. Okay, remember what I talked about in the previous lesson, where I said if they share a side, we can mark that immediately. So I can mark that side right there. And then I can see, oh, I've got an angle, I've got an angle, I've got a side. So I can say triangle ABC BD is congruent to triangle CBD by angle, angle, side. Now, sometimes it could be the same kind of picture here.